you ended up in Sri Lanka partying pretty hard. Those were, to my understanding, kind of like the middle of your party days.
I mean, it was really the end,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I got sober in 2013.
Oh,
So
really? All right.
this was January of 2013, and then yeah, by that fall I was getting sober. So it was a good way to go out. I went out on a pretty high note. I came home, and that summer I partied really hard when I was here in LA, and um then I went back east to where my family lives, and I fell into a lot of old habits in the restaurant industry. Lots of blow, lots of drinking, lots of ex-boyfriends who lots of old habits. And then that was really when I kind of circled the drain and hit bottom. But yeah, that I didn't go to college, so in some weird ways, that time in Sri Lanka was just so like the best time of my life. I wasn't answering to anybody. I was completely irresponsible. I got to do whatever I wanted. It was just wild time and so much fun and meeting so many different people from all over the world. And yeah, it really was one of the best times in my whole life in terms of just being so free. And so it's just so beautiful there. There were so many moments where it felt like a dream. I saw a sunset in Sri Lanka that was so gorgeous, it moved me to tears.
Mm.
It was so stunning. I have never still to this day, I can see it so vividly, and it was one of those sunsets that just went on and on and on for 2 hours, and everyone who saw this sunset was basically in tears or moved. Or I saw somebody walking along the beach and they saw the sunset and they just dropped to their knees. It was like godly beautiful. And there was one day we were all kind of coming down after I think long weekend of partying and dancing, and we all went and we were swimming, and it had just been raining, and then the sun broke through and there were two rainbows that just landed right in the Indian Ocean, and we were all just riding the waves and throwing the ocean up into the air, and it would come down and it looked like gold was falling on you. Just the lighting was so
Yeah.
it was, again, just so I could not even describe how absolutely surreal it was because it was so beautiful. And I felt so at peace and so weirdly held by it was a lot of the like Molly making me feel this way, obviously.
Yeah.
But but it was like on the other end of this, and it definitely was that feeling of pure love,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like not normally the feeling you have coming down from that. Normally you're like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
It was really like there were lots of magical moments where I felt completely blessed to be able to experience those. I don't know, they're just so it's like, that's a moment you'll see on your deathbed. It's one of the I feel like there are those moments when you're traveling and you're like, "Oh, this is a slide in the slideshow of my
Yeah.
life
This
that."
this made the PowerPoint.
Yeah, this made the PowerPoint presentation, exactly.